Hi everyone, welcome to Just Recap. We are just to recap. We are going to recap week 3 that just ended. I am here with the coach of Clark High School. This is Nick Jarrell, and I'm here with Eva, who is the Eva of Bonanza. She's been on the team the past few years, captain, senior captain. So we're going to just do this. We're going to do this together. We're going to start with some shows from a hat. So inside the hat are all the shows that have happened this past weekend. I'm just going to reach inside, we'll just make a comment, and go from there. So. Our 9th show, which is kind of in the middle of the day today, Legacy versus Mojave. Anything jump out to you at Legacy or Mojave?
I would just say I'm increasingly interested in what Legacy is doing. Yep. I feel like they have this really great core, and they just move. Like it's fun to watch them. Always, no matter who's up.
They're finding confidence in a bigger scale.
Yeah.
On the other side, for me, Cass is the one I'm thinking about with Mojave. She was someone that I talked about without talking about her in the video last week for week 2. Super nervous before that first show, got in that first show and found some courage, and then today she was captain and she was ready.
Yeah.
So that's what stood out to me on this one here. Let's keep going. First show, oh look at that, Bonanza versus Spring Valley.
Woo!
Oh. Take the lead.
Okay, I was very, very shocked with Spring Valley and just super impressed because 4 newbies, and we had one newbie that was also a senior, but I was just amazed. I was like, the caliber that they're already at is just purely impressive.
Host show energy is always big, and it was definitely there. You seniors played like some seniors. Emmanuel stands out to me in radio with his Dollar Shave Club. So, Emmanuel, Dollar Shave Club, good job. Number 8, Centennial versus ATAG. I have dubbed Centennial as Team Adorable, and it just continues being Team Adorable. So going up there against ATAG, man, wow, like a new team this year of just power.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Jonathan, but he lost all of the bones in his body, and he's just a giant squiggle machine. So.
East Tech did have the sweatiest competitor of the weekend.
Oh, Michael?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Michael's a worker, man.
I
Michael
felt that.
works. If you want to watch someone work, go
Burn
watch
some
Michael.
calories for sure.
That's right. Show we just saw here a little bit ago. Pahrump versus Western.
I'm also increasingly impressed with Pahrump.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that just last year was a little rough, and this year is like they're smoothing off some corners. You know, they're figuring out kind of the strategies of the games. I think they played today far better than I've seen them play in the past, for sure.
Yeah, I think both sides are growing, and they're at different stages of their growth. So Pahrump is just getting in it, and they're excited to be in it. And I think with Western, both of their shows, I think they got better in the middle of the show, and that's what I saw happen to Bell in the middle of the Western show. It was, I think by the end of it, Bell was like, oh, I can do this, which is kind of neat to see. So it was cool that they got matched up.
Crystal from Western?
Not Crystal. Crystal Lynn.
Yes.
What a name.
She's strong.
She's strong.
She's fun to watch. It's true.
Then Chaparral and Green Valley from this morning.
I was super impressed with Ashley and all of the people on Green Valley consistently. Like, I know that they just work hard all the time, so I just want to give them like a shout out.
Shap has shown us 3 different Shaps in their first 3 shows so far. So I gave Nicole some love afterwards. Nicole was super nervous, but didn't show on stage. And then for Green Valley, I was happy because all 4 of them have fun, creative ideas. I gave them a note afterwards, so let's just present those fun, creative ideas. I said to Kiana after the show, I said, hey, if a guy was running for president, and he's the guy that should be the president, we're just not going to know that that guy should be president unless he advertises. So the other side of it is perform it. So Green Valley had an awesome show, just we got to perform it. Let's go from last night, Cimarron and Cheyenne.
Okay, so Cheyenne, I am super shocked, especially because their coach has just changed that team completely, and there's like some courage and confidence behind that team, and I'm just like, I know from seeing them from last year, and I was like, I only knew the one person from last year, and then seeing that they have like 4 people and that they're consistently like go-getters, I liked it.
Cheyenne has played 2 strong teams up front, and then on the other side for Cimarron, I was watching coaches watch Cimarron last night, and they're all just like, whoa. So Cimarron brought everything they had last night.
Yeah.
Althea is
It's
completely acclimated over at Cimarron.
But watching Miley versus Seth was fun too.
Oh, most definitely. I was a
Yeah.
fish in that show too.
Durango versus Desert Oasis.
Durango.
I mean, I
Beast of a
honestly,
team.
yeah, I'm a little scared of Durango.
I mean, they're in our conference
I
too.
know.
Well,
Sasha had her check off on her back bend.
Yeah. Oh, she got it in.
You got to get the back bend.
Yeah, every game.
I think the thing that the scariest part of watching Durango was they had two people up there that was only their second show. They were new, and they were playing like this was their second year.
Yeah.
So
Alicia.
yeah, exactly.
They definitely meshed well.
On the flip side of it, with Dio had 4 new people where the nerves were there, and I get why Abby was captain. That made complete sense. Abby's got a ton of promise. But I was watching Melissa and these weird instincts she had. That's why we did a pairing of Melissa and Maya. So I wanted to see what that pairing would be like. Melissa had no idea that she was up there against Maya. Like, just went for it.
Yeah.
So, fun to see. Burkhart, West Tech, 8 a.m. show.
I don't know. I always love Burkhart's pajama gear whenever they have early shows, just because it's just something that makes me smile.
Tyler's
every time.
Will Ferrell elf pajamas.
Yes.
Please wear those always. So Burkhart, West Tech still their second show. West Tech played their twins today, and I was backstage trying to figure out, hey, I want to make sure I can tell you guys apart, so I'm looking at their faces going, who's got a bigger nose? I was trying to figure it out, and they flat out just told me, like, oh, we're just different people. And then Aaron's like, I'm the loud one, and then Ashley's like, yeah, she is. So it was cool to see a whole new West Tech team up there because they're brand new. We're just getting to learn and meet all of them. We have Las Vegas and Sunrise.
Sunrise. Well, I mean, I'm speechless every time I watch them. It's just like super funny, super incredible, and it's like jokes that you're not expecting. Like, it's definitely like a secondhand thinking when it comes down to it. So I'm very impressed.
And lots of new faces too.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's new faces. Finally got Josh up there. Josh has been such a big part of that, but he finally had some courage to get up there.
And
Las Vegas. Oh, well, I know. Luis, Jesus. Las Vegas, all new people up there with Alex, and Alex was the shyest person last year on that Las Vegas team for sure, and she still has nerves, but man, she is fun up there. So just all nerves, but we just got to get past it. So I say to everyone in their first show, we get past that first show, we're ready to rock. Desert Pines, LVA.
LVA still consistent with last year, definitely. I would say for sure.
Except all new people.
Yeah, but like you know what I mean. But like it feels like they kept that same like energy and like just like vibe. I know that sounds so young of me, but
Well,
just
you
like,
had a more veteran Desert Pines up there with them.
Yeah.
That definitely showed what their energy was. For me, LVA showed scene work, and that was always what I beat up LVA about last year. Was just let's make sure these scenes work on top of all this energy. So I saw some scene work today.
I just thought Jalen from Desert Pines was super strong, and I hadn't had a chance to see him before.
His interpretive dance.
Oh, man, he's just
What a way to close
so
that.
all over the place. It's great.
Yeah. Rancho, El Dorado.
this
what was
was
that?
our
Earlier.
3-3 show, right?
That was the I don't remember. Maybe.
Yeah.
At 9 a.m.
Yeah. Josh from Rancho definitely stick out to me just because like no matter what, like he doesn't have to be like the loudest person in the room, but he definitely like is the one that helps connect the pieces and like stir the pot a little bit.
I've been excited for Antonio, for El Dorado. That's exactly what I said to him when he walked through the door. I just said, about time we get you on stage, sir. And that poor guy, I had to give him safety notes afterwards because he ran all over this place.
He's all arms and legs.
All arms and legs. So keep it going. Sierra Vista and Clark.
Woo!
Well, I mean, I honestly can say that I don't know if my team could have performed better. As far as just those 4 people, we had 2 newbies, and I thought that they just came out with confidence.
Dude, Aiden was funny. He was funny.
He's great in the pot, man. He's great.
Yep.
And Sierra Vista, I mean, they're always solid.
Yep.
You know,
They've got so many new people. Misha from the team last year who played today was like, hey, we've got so many new people. I don't know how many shows I'm going to be in. And then Misha was a monster. She was awesome. She guessed her 6 things like this was her 4th year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 6 things. was a crazy game.
yeah.
And I don't know how they got all those things.
Yep. And then the very last show was Valley East Tech.
This was my favorite show of the weekend.
Yeah.
I thought this was the best one of the whole thing.
Talk about a show that just had two identities, just how the energy flowed throughout that show. I mean, there were games in that moment. There was games in there. There were moments in there. Edward's mom was in there.
Edward's mom.
But they both played really interesting team choice games.
Oh, yeah.
Were not super popular. It's fun to see teams take a risk and play something different.
Yep. And that's where we got Edward's mom. And then the last show in the hat was Arborview at Northwest. That was last night.
Yes.
Powerful. And for me, I got to watch, what made me happy was watching Arborview, because of putting Coach Ariel at Arborview. I had goals for her, what I wanted to see, and I saw it last night. So I got to see Arborview be strong against her old coach, Coach Pete, who's still the coach over at Northwest, has been forever. And he's got a really young crew that he's learning, or he's trying to bring up. They only had one veteran and 3 newbies up there for Northwest last night. So it was cool to see coach versus old student.
Yeah.
Old 4-year student, former MVP nominee student.
Yeah. I thought that was my favorite too, part of that show.
Cool. I know my entire team wants to adopt Ashton and take him home and just keep him in their pocket and just save him for later.
That's the Ashton thing. So, we don't use props in improv, but we use props here in this video. We're going to give props, and all 3 of us have decided to give a prop individually. Let me start with you, Nick.
My prop is for the Sunrise Mountain team. You know, I'm definitely drinking the Kool-Aid on Sunrise Mountain. I feel like they just surprise you every week. You know,
is it grape
it's
Kool-Aid?
incredible. Yeah, right? But
Definitely not Haterade.
no, and I'm just always surprised.
My prop is for East Tech and Valley, which was our last show at Bonanza for this weekend. And their switch interview, it was dangerous, and I loved it. I loved every moment of it. Just the way that they were working so well together, even though in switch interview, like, things usually tend to get awkward, or like you see the same thing different every time. And I loved it.
It's probably the highest score for a switch interview I've ever given.
It's the best one that I've ever seen.
Yeah, pretty cool. I'm going to give my prop to Coach Alex Keene, who's the coach of Rancho and Desert Pines. He puts in so much work, from sitting there and taking notes and trying to help, to today he had a split show, a 9 a.m. show and a 4 p.m. show, on top of going to and performing himself tonight. And he gave everything he has, and he's always standing there waiting to help the other team as well. And today was such a sign of that. And he's got 2 teams that are just keep getting better. So you had defending champs up there, LVA, with Desert Pines, and Desert Pines veterans show they were veterans. So my prop's going to Alex. My Kopy challenge. My Kopy challenge is where I ask something of the league that I would like you to please think about and consider. And my challenge this week is, or last week, it was make a friend. I literally saw some people trying to do that. That was cool. I pinpointed a few where I was like, ooh, I think you watched the video. Yay. Here's my new one. Ask questions. So we've already have a few shows in the books. Now it's fun. For some of us, the nerves are gone. Now it's just fun. Like Cass and Mojave, now you're just ready to have fun. Ask your coaches questions. Ask me questions. If you really want to get the most out of this stuff, ask questions and figure out how you can get better. Don't just accept that this is awesome. This can be even more awesome, and the way we do that is by asking questions. So my partner Warren likes to ask me a weird question in the vein of asking questions, so I will allow you guys to do that. Do you have something weird that you want to ask me to close this video?
Yes. So when I watch these videos, I always think to myself, how does Kopy remember all these details from all these shows? Because it's like 14 hours worth of stuff. And how do you remember all of that when it's time to talk about it?
It's two-sided. So one, I'm up there all day doing scores, notes, whatever, because I have to track for awards, and there's a lot that goes into it. I go home and then I work on it more. So the staff come back with, the staff comes to my house and we sit there and work on this stuff. So that's the other side. That's one side of it. And the other side of it is just people. So I had the joke about Ariana tonight from East Tech about remembering her name. It's just, I know what that means to them. I know that what that means to these students is just me remembering their name. So when you remember their name, you remember something about them, and you can describe them. You can describe what they're doing. And I love just watching them grow. And if just by me remembering their name, I'm simply helping you grow, that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to help you all grow. So For me, it's not that hard. It's just a lot.
It's impressive. It's impressive, though.
The steam's coming out. The steam's coming out. Guys, thank you so much. We will see you guys next week. All the shows are at Rancho next week. Getting back to the east side of town at least for that show, and then maybe Legacy after that, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you, Nick. Thank you, Eva. We will see you guys next week.